Hi, Brian McAvoy here with Inside Out Trading. Today, we're going to talk about the real problem with emotions in trading. And there are three specific problems. One is just absolutely huge. But really, the problem with emotions in trading, first of all, most of us are misusing them. Seriously, that's one of the first and most primary problem. Most of us are looking at our emotions like they're a bad thing. Yeah, oh, that urge to jump in on that trade, the fear, or the hesitation, all that kind of. Our emotions are not a bad thing when they're misunderstood or they're misproperly used, they can be a problem. They can be problematic. But that's not it's not the emotions. The fault is not with the emotions themselves. If you think about it, your emotions are actually part of your protective mechanism and part of our survival mechanism as a species. Your emotions are motivators and they affect your behavior. Your emotions do. And so if you're feeling fear or anxiety, that's your emotional system telling you, hey, something's amiss here. There's a potential danger. You need to do something. You need to pay attention. And so that's part of what's kept you on the planet and our species. The other emotions, happiness, camaraderie, the urge for belonging and belonging to a group and socialization and mating, all the emotions that go with the things that lead to procreation and keeping the species on the planet. Those emotions, all our emotions are really built for our survival. They're part of our way to navigate the world and survive. And so the first mistake really is we're not properly using our emotions and listening to them. What are they telling you? Are you feeling comfortable and confident because you're properly prepared? And you do have a solid system and a strategy, and you are well trained at executing it well? Or is there something that you need to attend to? And that's why you're feeling the anxiety. So anyway, that's like the first thing. It's just our misuse of emotions and demonizing them. They're the problem. They're not the problem. We're not utilizing them properly. The second problem with emotions and trading is the fact that when we're trading in an emotional state, those emotions are filtering what the information that we take in to make our decisions with, which is a big deal. If you're in an emotional state, let's say you haven't been taking care of yourself, you've been staying up too late, you've been spending too much time on social media, the job is stressful, not getting along with your spouse very much, your kids are a hassle, all the crap going on in the world, it's just really got you down. You're just in a negative emotional state. When you're looking at the charts and everything, those emotions are going to skew and affect how you interpret what you on the charts. And this is all the more reason to have a really good, clear process for your trading. If you're going to do discretionary trading, you're subjecting yourself to an inconsistency in your trading that is due strictly because you're choosing to be discretionary. The problem with discretionary is it allows your emotions to come in and filter or skew the whole trading process. It's gonna skew what if you're not feeling good, you're gonna skew things in a fearful or bearish manner. If you're feeling great, you're probably going to look at it and interpret things in an optimistic or bullish manner. And so that by itself is a problem. It just the fact that we're choosing to trade in an emotional state that allows that influence, which presents an inconsistency or potential for inconsistency, a potential for human error to be made. So the way to avoid the human error there really is, first of all, make sure that you're trading within your comfort zones and that you have a good, clear decision-making process. If you're being discretionary, you're just asking for inconsistency because your emotions will influence your decision making, which influences your results. Okay. The third problem with emotions in trading is when we don't use them properly. So the first one we were talking about, not listening to them. The second problem being that they can influence our whole trading process and our results and present a big inconsistency. The third one is when we don't use them for our advantage. And here's what I'm talking about. If you do something right, reinforce that. Use your emotions, whatever you need to come up with emotional feelings to reinforce the good behaviors or discourage the bad behaviors, but actually use our emotions instead of saying bad, go away. I want no emotion. Say, no, I'm going to use my emotions to influence my behavior. I'm going to actually use them in a very intentional manner. I'm going to reinforce the things that I want to get more of, the behaviors that I want more of, and I'm going to use them to also discourage the bad behaviors. Those are three aspects of your emotions in your trading. And if you're not taking advantage of it and using them properly, you're totally missing out on a great opportunity. First of all, listen to them. They're telling you something for your survival and your benefit. Just listen to them and pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. Second one is you want to have you want to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for your emotions to influence your decision making, because again, it presents an opportunity for error and a tremendous opportunity for inconsistent results. So if your goal is consistent profits, you want to get a handle on this. And the third one is using your emotions in a very constructive and intentional manner for the betterment of your trading. So those are three things regarding your emotions in your trading. And so don't demonize them, understand them and utilize them properly. Now, if you swing by insideouttrading.com, it's called the Trader's Guide to Emotional Management, that goes really deep into all this, the different schools of thought regarding psychology, covers over 50 mistakes that traders make and what's really going on and what to do about it. So if you'd like to pick up a copy of the Trader's Guide to Emotional Management, swing by insideouttrading.com. You can get a copy of that there. Also got some other really cool stuff, some things that are brand new to the trading world that are really cool. You want to swing by insideouttrading.com and check them out. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Give me a like and a subscribe down below. Share this with your friends. Swing by insideouttrading.com. Talk to you soon. Cheers.